This video offers political analysis and commentary based on current reporting and public debate. Some statements reflect opinion and interpretation rather than established fact. We encourage viewers to independently verify the facts and form their own opinions.
The UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer was full of beans to the latest Prime Minister's questions. After a week of kicking X around, he was so excited that he almost showed signs of having a personality.
The streets of the United Kingdom have rarely seen such digital turbulence. But the battleground isn't just physical. It's playing out in a high-stakes war of words between 10 Downing Street and the world's richest man. Prime Minister Keir Starmer and ex-owner Elon Musk are currently locked in an unprecedented exchange that has moved from policy disagreements to personal insults and threats of what critics calls nationwide censorship. At the heart of this feud is the Grok AI chatbot and the volatile aftermath of the UK riots, sparking a global debate. Is this a matter of public safety, or is the British government leading a crusade against free speech?
The actions of Grok and X are disgusting and they're shameful. And frankly, the decision to then turn this into a premium service is horrific. And we're absolutely determined to take action here. We've made it clear that X has to act, and if not, Ofcom has our full backing and will introduce and are introducing legislation.
The specific catalyst for this latest heat is the integration of image generation into Grok. Users discovered they could prompt the AI to create controversial and sometimes explicit images, including deepfakes of public figures, and most disturbingly, content that critics allege crossed legal and ethical red lines involving minors. While X has since restricted some of these features to premium subscribers and implemented filters, the Starmer government argues it is too little, too late. Reportedly, Starmer hasn't held back in his condemnation. During a heated session in the House of Commons, he described the platform's refusal to instantly sanitize its AI output as a horrific decision. The Prime Minister has officially given Ofcom, the UK's communications regulator, his full backing to use every power at its disposal under the Online Safety Act. This includes the power to levy potentially enormous financial penalties, or in the most extreme circumstances, block the service entirely within the UK.
A reminder of the background. Keir Starmer has been taking on Musk over intimate images, including of children being created with Elon Musk's Grok artificial intelligence tool and then shared on X. The Prime Minister said last night the actions of Grok and X are absolutely disgusting.
The government's stance is clear. Platforms are morally and legally responsible for the content their tools generate. However, this has opened a massive philosophical rift. Critics of the government argue that blaming Grok for what users prompt it to do is like blaming a pen for a threatening letter. They suggest the responsibility should lie with the individual user, not the technology provider. But for Starmer, the platform's disregard for British law is a challenge to the sovereignty of the UK government itself. Elon Musk, never one to shy away from a digital brawl, has responded with characteristic defiance. Rather than offering a diplomatic olive branch, Musk has leaned into the conflict. He famously posted the phrase, "Civil war is inevitable," a comment he made in response to the riots that drew immediate and sharp condemnation from Number 10. A spokesperson for the Prime Minister stated there was no justification for such comments, but Musk was just getting started.
And Musk has certainly leaned into that. He's constantly posting about the grooming gang scandal. He's close to Tommy Robinson for some reason, and through this battle over Grok has posted images of Keir Starmer in a bikini, a crime for which I hope he one day pays. But the third question is, if the UK government does decide to censor X, how are they going to do it? Because they have positioned X and Elon Musk as having the moral responsibility on this, they are targeting the whole platform.
In direct response to the censorship threats, Musk began sharing AI-generated images of Keir Starmer himself, most notably a mock-up of the Prime Minister in a bikini, to illustrate what he views as the absurdity of the government's crackdown. Musk's argument is rooted in the First Amendment of the US, and he has positioned himself as a free speech absolutist, fighting against what he describes as two-tier policing and state-sponsored censorship in Britain. Musk's strategy is to frame the UK government, in the eyes of his supporters, as authoritarian. By highlighting cases he claims demonstrate individuals being arrested over social media posts, Musk is painting a picture of a Britain that he argues has abandoned its liberal values. To his millions of followers, the feud isn't about AI safety. It's about a government trying to control the narrative by silencing the only major platform it doesn't have under its thumb. While the public exchange has been loud, the Prime Minister's recent actions on the platform have spoken volumes. Observant digital analysts noticed a significant shift in Starmer's social media strategy. For a leader who typically posts multiple times a day, there was a sudden, glaring silence on his official X account.
And Sir Keir Starmer has not published anything on X since this post about child poverty last Thursday morning on January the 8th. That is Keir Starmer's longest silence on X since at least March 24th of last year. Usually, he posts about twice a day based on his pattern from the past 3 months. So is he taking a break from X? That's certainly what many Labour MPs want. They want him and the whole government to come off the platform. And during this period where the Prime Minister hasn't been posting on X, he notably has been posting, look, on Facebook, also on Instagram, also on TikTok, and he's even posted.
Between early January and mid-January 2025, Starmer's X account went dark for its longest period in over a year. During this silence, the Prime Minister remained active on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and even LinkedIn. Analysts suggest that this has led to widespread speculation that the UK government is engaging in a soft boycott or a tactical withdrawal from the platform. While the official line from Downing Street is that they use a variety of channels to communicate with the public, the timing suggests a deliberate attempt to deplatform the Prime Minister from Musk's reach. This move has emboldened several Labour MPs to call for a total government-wide exit from X. They argue that by staying on the platform, the government is providing legitimacy and ad revenue to a billionaire who is actively undermining British social cohesion. The British public and the wider political class are deeply divided on this issue. On one side, there is significant support for Starmer's Get Tough approach. Supporters of the policy believe that social media has become a wild west, where foreign billionaires can incite violence without consequence. They see the Online Safety Act as a necessary tool to protect children from deep-fake pornography and to prevent the spread of hate speech that leads to real-world harm. On the other side, figures like Nigel Farage have warned that banning X would be a massive risk to free speech. The argument here is that X has become the modern town square, a place where independent voices can challenge the legacy media and government narratives. If the government can ban X over a chatbot, what's to stop them from banning any platform that hosts dissenting political views?
As Nigel Farage says, to ban X would be a massive risk to free speech.
The thought of banning X from a government that's been attacking free speech and creating a two-tier society in our country, frankly, is appalling. Look, this feature clearly is horrible in every way, distasteful, sick. I get all of that. I know that X today have made some changes to say only paying subscribers can use the service. X will need to go further, but the thought of banning platforms, I mean, what is happening in 21st century Britain?
The reaction from the UK's tech sector has also been one of concern. There are fears that if the UK becomes too aggressive in its regulation of AI and social media, it could drive tech investment away to more innovation-friendly jurisdictions. The heat isn't just political, it's economic. As we move forward, the eyes of the world are on Ofcom. The regulator is currently in the process of implementing the new rules of the Online Safety Act, and the Musk-Starmer feud has become the ultimate test case. If Ofcom chooses to issue a service failure notice, it could start a countdown to X being blocked in the UK. However, such a move is fraught with difficulty. Banning our platform used by millions of Brits, including government departments, emergency services, and the BBC, would be a logistical and PR nightmare. It would put the UK alongside a small group of countries, including China, Iran, and North Korea, that have also blocked the platform for what they describe as national security reasons. Musk has already indicated that he will not back down, stating that X will ensure full compliance with the law, only where it doesn't violate fundamental human rights. The definition of those rights is precisely what he and Starmer are fighting over. The exchange between Elon Musk and Keir Starmer is more than just a clash of egos. It is a preview of the future of global governance in the age of AI. Can a sovereign nation-state enforce its laws on a borderless digital platform owned by a man with more resources than many countries? For Starmer, it's about the rule of law and the protection of the vulnerable. For Musk, it's about what he describes as the survival of the unfiltered truth and resistance against state control. As the UK continues to react to the riots and the rise of AI, the friction between London and Texas is only set to increase. Will the UK actually go through with the ban? Or is this all a high-stakes game of political chicken? One thing is certain. The relationship between the British government and the world's most influential social media platform has been fundamentally broken. Whether you see Musk as a free speech hero or what critics label a digital arsonist, and whether you see Starmer as a protector of the peace or what opponents call a censor-in-chief, the outcome of this feud will define the boundaries of the internet for a generation. The heat is on, and the world is watching to see who blinks first. That brings us to the end of today's deep dive into the intensifying battle between 10 Downing Street and X. But now, we want to hear from you. Do you believe Keir Starmer is right to hold Elon Musk accountable for the output of Grok? Or do you think the UK is setting a dangerous precedent for government censorship? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. If you found this breakdown informative, don't forget to hit the like button and share this video with someone who needs to see the full story. And for more high-stakes political analysis and breaking news updates, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a report. Thanks for watching.